again, today is certainly a day that you want to get outside and enjoy it because
it's warm.
It is.
Windy, though.
And tomorrow's going to be a little warm and windy, too, at least temporarily.
Enjoy it while we can.
Exactly. Yeah, in fact, it got so warm this morning, we actually broke a record. Now, the record low was 61 degrees, and that was just a couple of years ago, but we only ended up at 65 early this morning. And typically, this time of year, the morning should start at about 40 degrees, so we were well above that. And right now, we are at 76 degrees. The record is 82, so we could easily break that later this afternoon, especially if we continue to get some of this sunshine just right along I-35. But on either side of us, we do have quite a bit of cloud cover. Some of the clouds are trying to break up a little bit more now in western Oklahoma, but the sunshine combined with all of that wind, man, it is really warming up pretty quickly. This is our Chickasha camera, part of our Pike Pass Skycam network. Partly sunny, 76 degrees, a south wind at 26, and a wind gust right now at 32. So mid and upper 70s, basically along I-35, and where the cloud cover's a little bit more thick, that's where the temperatures drop off into the low 70s. We have upper 60s in far western Oklahoma, and then we also have some upper 60s in the far north and east. That south wind anywhere between about 20 to as much as around 35 miles an hour. It's 37-mile-an-hour gusts right now in Kingfisher, but gusts as high as around 30 to almost 40 miles an hour out in western Oklahoma. So the big picture right now showing things are pretty quiet across Oklahoma. We've got a wind advisory, though, in the Panhandle with gusts approaching about 45, possibility later today. But this wind is going to increase a little bit more as this next trough or front begins to approach us as we get into tomorrow. That's when it will finally move in. So nice and warm for now, and it's going to be warm for the first part of our day tomorrow. Right now, the cold front, I would say sometime between about 3 and 4 o'clock for the Oklahoma City metro, but behind it, it's going to be a big change. We're going to get a chance of rain and storms tomorrow. I really don't see a severe weather threat with that, so some good news there. Rain always needed, but chilly in behind it. So by Friday afternoon, temperatures will only get into the 40s for many of us. In fact, that's where we're going to stay for the rest of the weekend. So after really tomorrow afternoon, it's going to feel a little bit more like winter. In fact, by early next week, we've got this next wave moving in, and it's going to try to bring a chance of rain and storms, but it's also going to be cold enough on the backside of that. We could see that turn into more of a snow event. And then we've got another wave moving in by late week of next week, a couple really, and it's going to be cold enough that if we do get some moisture with it, we could see some more snow out of that. So we're switching gears pretty quickly. So for the rest of this afternoon and evening, we're going to see kind of a mix of sun and clouds. A cold front moves into the northwest early tomorrow morning, so we're at least going to have a slight chance of rain up there. But later in the afternoon, the moisture is going to increase a little bit. The cold front eventually approaches Oklahoma City, and rain and storms will increase along the front during that time. And by tomorrow evening, rain and storms do become a lot more likely across central, eastern, southeast Oklahoma. Friday, we're going to be dry. We're still going to expect lots of sunshine, but it is going to be a whole lot colder. So today, I went ahead and raised the high to 80 degrees in Oklahoma City. So it's still a possibility we get that record, but right now I'm going to keep us just under it. 78 in Ponca City, in the upper 70s and low 80s across the Red River. Overnight tonight, we're going to stay warm again. We're going to keep that south wind going. 62 degrees in Oklahoma City, the mid 60s across the far west. Tomorrow morning, there's going to be a chance of rain that's going to be a lot more likely in northwest Oklahoma. And then by tomorrow afternoon, here comes the cold front. I think temperatures will still make it above the mid 60s. So we're going to go about 3 o'clock. Temperatures in the mid 60s, in fact, upper 50s and low 60s across the north and west. Tomorrow afternoon, that chance of rain and storms goes up quite a bit, basically along I-44. And then tomorrow evening, eventually the rain and storm chances really begin to increase along and east of I-44. And some of these storms will have the potential of producing some very small hail and maybe some gusty winds. But again, that severe weather threat, really not seeing all too much of that. Tomorrow night to Friday morning, rain and storms will be in far southeast Oklahoma. So by Friday afternoon, 46 degrees, but with a north wind between 20 to 30 miles an hour, it's going to feel a lot colder than that. And it's going to stay cold through the rest of the weekend. We'll be right back.